Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mom Talk. I am the host, Crystal Galladay, also known as the Fun Finder for Education. I am also the author of How to Get a College Degree for Free because I got not one, not two, but three college degrees for free. But enough about that. The reason why we're here today is because I have Mom Talk, the platform that I created for women who are mothers, interested in motherhood, and those that support us, because I wanted us to have a community that we could come together and talk about various topics that we may think about in our head and think we may be the only one going through it, or topics we talk in little silos. And being that my network is thebomb.com, I wanted to bring you different experts to come here in this platform once a month, every fourth Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So I've been doing moms that come to speak. However, I decided to break that because I know people that are not moms that have been super great and they're super awesome, and I wanted to bring them to your community. So that is why today I am bringing here Terran Lamp, who is the author, a certified personal trainer, a certified sports nutritionist, and she has her own platform called Just Like You, which is on IG every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. She's in Central Time, so you'll see it when she advertises at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. So I wanted to bring her here to you because I was on her show and our friend Kyrie introduced us, and I'm like, okay, we need to bring you on my platform so that you can meet my dope network and they can meet you because you have a lot to offer. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to our guest speaker tonight, where she's going to tell us more about herself, her journey, and how we can relate different things to our lives in regards to how we operate in our lives, and how also what we do in our actions can impact others, including our little ones. So without further ado, here's our guest speaker, Terran Lamp.
Well, thank you so much, Crystal, and thank you for everyone for having me today. It's just been a blessing. Like Crystal said, Crystal, you came on my show and was a blessing, and I'm so glad that we got a chance to connect. So thank you again for having me. As Crystal said, my name is Terran Lamp, and I was born and raised outside of Washington, D.C. in Northern Virginia. And so 0 to 17, I spent my time in Northern Virginia. But my journey actually began really early. At 3 weeks old, I was diagnosed with heart disease. So that is when my journey really began as to, becoming this Terran I am today, I say. So 3 weeks old, I was diagnosed with heart disease. I had my first open heart surgery then and continued to have multiple heart surgeries up until I was about 4 years old. And at 4, I got an implanted pacemaker. And Crystal, when you think about the things and when you talk about the things that kind of as children affect us, even as adults, that was where I first, I think, started to, I guess, of course I was a kid, I was 4, but I was kind of living in this adult world of hospitalness. I went to school in the hospital. My mom was a single mom at the time. And that was really where Terran started to kind of get her wings. At 4 years old, I was in the University of Virginia Hospital a lot. And I started to gain my little Terran independence, if you will, with that, getting that pacemaker. So, of course, we went on to go to grade school and middle school. But before getting high school, I was also diagnosed. Oh, go ahead. Oh, I thought I heard something. Okay. So before getting into high school, actually at age 10, I was diagnosed with a dermoid brain tumor. So now we have implanted pacemaker. I also found out I had 1 kidney and I had a dermoid brain tumor. So again, even as a child here being diagnosed with the brain tumor at 10, it was again thrusting me back into or keeping me in that adult world of, what's going on here, right? Like the why me, the how is my confidence, of course, just with, in general, with scars, with all these things with my body, if you will, already, I was already like, am I gonna be defeated already at such a young age? Or is little Terran gonna come out swinging, if you will?
Now, I
So,
just have a question to ask you. So, you were going through a lot as a child. Like,
mhm.
what was being said around you? Were they telling you the truth? Did you hear things that impacted, just how you thought? Or, like, did someone tell you to be positive? Like, can you talk to that aspect too? Because that's a lot that you were going
Well,
through as a child.
I think kids are kids, right? So they ask a lot of questions like, "What's that on your chest?" "What's that? Is that a scar? What's that thing sticking out?" So kids were definitely asking me a ton of questions. I mean, even at that young age, and I'm also biracial. So kids were even asking me then, "What are you?" with regards to what race I was and ethnicity I was. So kids were asking me a lot of different things, and that's the joy of being a kid, right? We're curious. But luckily I had my mother, who is a very confident woman in her own right, and I think she instilled in me that confidence just to kind of, answer those questions. All I knew was what I knew, right? All I knew was me. So she gave me that support system at such a young age.
So, what were some of the things that she told you? Because, I mean, some of us may have children that are biracial. So, can you just explain to us some of those things so that if we do have biracial children, we can speak to it or we can understand better how to interact with other children
Well,
that are
told
biracial?
me things like, when I would ask questions, like I can remember sometimes kids coming to me and saying, "Taryn, what are you?" And then I'd go back to my mom and say, "What am I?" And I think she just would explain it to me. She's like, "Everybody has a dad, everybody has a mom. This is your dad, this is your mom." I was at age 8, I was actually adopted by a gentleman that I actually really, call my dad, physically call my dad, who is a white man for all intents and purposes. But I always knew that I was biracial. So my mom just gave me that confidence to be able to say that and stick up for myself. So it's just a matter of, you are who you are. You know, People would talk about freckles, and she would tell me they were angel kisses. She would say,
I love that.
these are going to make you, unique. And she would tell me how unique I was, and, just how beautiful I was. And she would tell me how smart I was, and, things like that, that kids need to hear, how unique, but also how we're all kids, right? We were kids. So I think when, she did not give me that thought of judgment, and she didn't even make me feel like I was being judged, even though I think, as we don't think about that as kids. So I think it's important for our adults to remember that we learn this stuff at home, right? Because I didn't know any different. I knew that I was Terran, and I knew the challenges I had, but I didn't know to judge or be judgmental. To be judged, I didn't necessarily know, and to be judging, I didn't know. She didn't teach me that. So I think the thing is just to tell our kids that these things are okay. It's okay. We have so many unique things about us, each and every one of us, whether it's heart disease or biracial, or that it's okay for us to be who we are, and that we're loved, right? I never felt for a moment that I wasn't loved by anybody, by my parents or my grandparents. I always felt loved and cared for and protected. I think that's a big one too, to make sure that we're protecting our young people, to let them know that they are protected by their parents or their grandparents, whoever that is, for them, to let them know that they're protected. Because I'm 45 now, and I still feel like my mom would go to battle for me at any given moment. People would tell you, she definitely looked out for me. So
I
I
would love
think,
to meet her one day. She sounds like an awesome woman.
oh, she's a force. Kyrie's on here. Kyrie can attest. Our
I'm
parents are
laughing.
friends.
I'm laughing because my friend Heather is here listening. I was like, "Yep, her mom, her mom."
Yeah, she's a force. So she taught
Yes.
me to be a force, and that's what whether it's boy or girl, we have to teach our kids to be those silent forces or strong forces, whichever one you decide.
I love the angel kisses. Like, that's
Yeah,
so creative
I
and
still
just
do that to
so,
this day.
oh, that touches my heart. So we talked about like you as a child, And I know you had some things that you went through as an adult that brought you to where you are today. Can you speak to those things? Because I think us as women, we can relate to those things in your journey.
So, like I said, after being diagnosed with the brain tumor, so I had one kidney, brain tumor, and then pacemaker. Life kind of just, continued on for me. Went through high school, went through college, went through getting my master's. Got a chance to travel the world. I mean, I definitely love traveling the world and doing lots of things to serve, our communities. At age 41, I was again thrust back into that medical situation diagnosed with breast cancer. So I had breast cancer at age 41, and thank you. And I was again back in there fighting, right? So, but luckily, I think that go around, even though cancer does really suck, I think that I had those things from my childhood that gave me strength all over again. That one moment when they said, "Terran, you have cancer," I said, "Hold on a minute. I have to go pray and throw up." And I went to the bathroom and threw up and prayed. And then I said, "We got to do this." My husband and I were like, "We're going to do this." And I think that as a kid, already having so much go on, I think that, I knew I had to take cancer by the balls, if I can say that, and
You can say that. That's fine.
I had to do that because I had that strength. Again, I had the strength of my friends and my family. And I just, I had to do it. It wasn't a question of if I was going to do it. It was, you're going to get through this. And there were definitely some depressing days, but, I felt like I took cancer, and just said, I got to conquer this. There's not an option here. So that, and a lot of that I attribute to my childhood, because I already had that confidence instilled in me and that strength from being a child already with medical conditions. So
what would you tell a parent of a child that is going through something in regards to their medical health?
So just so happens the other day, I was talking to my mom, and I was talking to her about one of the things that I think my medical journey gave me, which I work through every day, is anxiety. And so when I was talking to my mom the other day, I was talking to her about it, and I was saying, this gave me anxiety. And you know what she said to me? She said, "It gave me anxiety too." And I had never heard her say that. And
I wonder how she hid it from you, because kids, I can tell you, my little one, he knows when my mood has changed, and he does like the sweetest things sometimes, when he knows if I'm sad or something like that. So how did she cover that up? And
when she said it, I was actually surprised myself. I mean, I said, I bet like I could totally see all I've been through giving someone anxiety as well. But I guess I say that to say, parents, I think that, a little bit of me says, I wish that I would have been able to be, as a young kid, telling her that it was okay too. But, now that I'm an adult, that's something that I can, definitely pass on. But I think as parents, I think it's just, I think what she did, she had people to go to that weren't necessarily me. Like she had, like, I say, like Kyrie, Kyrie and her mom and my mom have been friends forever. So I'm thinking, things like that. She had her own little friend circle, and she told me during this conversation, she's like, "I have my little friend circle, it's not big, but I have people that I go to." And she says, have people that she went to that were genuine and that she could talk these things through. So probably by the time she got to me, she was strong, if that makes sense. So
it
she
does. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I mean, it definitely does. Like having your circle, like, and that's one reason why I created this community, because I don't want people to go through life by themselves. And a thing like motherhood, the things that you've been through
Mm-hmm.
are hard. And as women, we have a lot of weight on our shoulders
Mm-hmm.
from various hats that we wear. So I just had to speak up about that, because you need to have support, even if it's just one person you go to, but it shouldn't just be one, because there's a person for everything. And I love my therapist. I love my mom squad. I love my family, the people who are not moms and friends, family, even my social media following. I love them because everybody brings something to the table.
Mm-hmm. So I think that was like one of her keys, is she had a good friend, these women that we talk about being in her circle, they've been friends with her since I was born, so she has her circle, and she probably, leaned on them a lot during this time. And then by the time her energy got to me, she was, my strength when I was younger. So hopefully I can return the favor now that I'm older, wiser.
I'm sure you do, because what I just see from you from the short period of time that I met you through Kyrie, it's been an amazing journey. Like, you are a giver, you are a sharer, like, you are the bomb.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. So, is there anything else you want to share about yourself, your journey, that you feel that would be useful to this community?
Well, I think one thing that we can do as women, whether we are moms or not, one thing I did from after having the cancer and deciding, like, okay, what am I going to do to continue to strengthen myself, right? As moms or not, what are we going to do to continue to strengthen ourselves and continue to build on my own confidence? And with all these things that I had, in my medical past, I decided, and I've always been into fitness, but I've never thought I was great, right? Like, I never, you're not going to catch me, running a marathon. Now, I have run a half marathon, but I'm probably not going to ever run I can't say I never, but you're probably not going to catch me doing that now. But what I wanted to do was do something for people who didn't think they could do it. And that's why I became a personal trainer. And so I really love the health and fitness industry. And I never thought in a million years some girl with a pacemaker, brain tumor, and breast cancer would be a personal trainer, training other people. And now that's one of the things I do. I have my career that I love in sales, and I also do personal training. And I do personal training for people who think that they can't do it. My husband is also in the fitness industry. He's the one with the 6-pack abs and this and that. I will have pizza on a Friday night with no problem. But I want to do it for people who thought that they couldn't do it or didn't think they wanted to do it. And so now I train clients. Now we can train clients all over, everywhere. And for people who thought that they couldn't do it, or how would I do this? I'm too this, I'm too that. No, you're not. Just get moving. Exercise is medicine. So get moving.
Yes, like our former First Lady, or forever First Lady, Michelle Obama said, get up and move.
Get up and move.
And I know I see some of my Fit Mommy crew in here, so we definitely make sure we do that. But you are super amazing. So what's next for you? Like, I know you have your career, you're doing your certified personal trainer, as well as certified sports nutritionist. Like, what's next for you, and how can people keep in contact with you?
Well, I think definitely I want to continue personal training, again, because I think that that's something we think as we get older and wiser, that, working out tends to kind of go by the wayside. And I want to show us that we can do it. So that's something I'm definitely going to continue. I do love my career, so continue into that. I look forward to traveling, so being able to meet more people along this journey and traveling more, and potentially putting another book out there. So I've been dibbling and dabbling and thinking I'm going to put another book out there. And so I think those are the things. And also, I know this, might come to a surprise, but I'm kind of thinking too, like, to continue to simplify my life. I think that's important for us to do too. Like, someone texted me the other day about some different meetings I had, and they told me to protect my time. And I said, oh, that's something I'm going to work on, protecting my time. So I'm going to stay busy, but I'm also going to protect my time. And my social media handles are I am Terran Lamp. So everybody can find me, Terran Lamp, Lamp. And that's where people can find me on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. I'm not on TikTok because I don't know how to dance, but you know, all the other ones. I think that's for dancing. So
well, if you join TikTok, I'll join TikTok because I'm not on there either.
That's all I know.
But really quick, what is your book about? I know you're an author, but like, what is it about?
So I have two books. One is 101 Fun Ways to Build Self-Confidence, which is just talking about, it's just what it sounds like, 101 fun ways to build self-confidence. And the other one is 101 fun ways to be heart healthy. So just talking again to us about building our confidence, about staying confident, and then about being heart healthy.
I love it. I love it. So I didn't know that about you. So thank you for sharing that. And guess what? Those who are here live are going to be in a drawing to get a 30-minute personal training session virtually with Terran. Yeah. So I'm going to pull the name out of the hat. And while I pull the name out of the hat, definitely think about some questions you have for her, if any at all. And yes, and I'll be closing out soon. But I put everyone's name in here. 1, 2, yep. So I do want to let everyone know that the next Mom Talk is going to be Wednesday, September 3rd, which is the 4th Wednesday of the month at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have the guest mom, who is the CEO of MOMS LLC, which stands for Membership for Overworked Moms. Her name is Sydney Johnson, and she's going to be giving away a Rose Gold membership to her organization. So that's what's next month. And then tomorrow I'm also having a live to talk about how you too can get funding for you, other scholars in your lives, the people that you know that are going to school for college, because as I mentioned, I got 3 college degrees for free. And I definitely want to continue to give in life. So I'll be doing that tomorrow as a live. And I'm going to pick one name because I know you all are waiting to see if you're going to get a session with her, and the winner is Jewel. Well, it's backwards, but J-E-W-L.
Yay! Thank you.
So Jewel, I will connect the 2 of you via email so that you can get your 30-minute personal training session. I know you're very active as well.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining. So I want to know if anyone has any questions for our guest speaker today. I'm going to put it in gallery view so I can see everyone's face. And if you do, you can take yourself off of mute. And if not, you can keep yourself on mute. But I'll give you a minute or two, because my goal with Mom Talk is to have it max a half an hour, because I know our time is priceless, and you know, we don't have a lot of time when it comes to being moms and just being women in the many hats we wear. So any questions for Terran?
I don't have a question, but I did love hearing your story. Very inspirational. Like, it had to be hard as a kid with the medical conditions and being different and kids in your class and everything. And I think your mom is amazing. I love the angel kisses for the freckles. That was cute.
Well, thank you very much. I mean, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Anyone else? And I also like to leave some time to see if anyone has anything else they want to share. Like, I know someone in here has an initiative that they are doing and launched, or launching their website and stuff soon. Okay, I'm going to toot somebody else's horn. So since she's not speaking, she may be occupied. So it's Lead with Letitia. She's going to offer services for those who want to be in a career started or change their careers and things of that nature. She speaks a little bit more eloquently to it, but I am a fan of hers with whatever she does because she's the bomb, not because, you know, I'm just her friend. But she is my go-to when it comes to work stuff, mommy stuff. She's a part of my squad. How your mom, Terran's mom, had a squad as well, and as well as we're here for each other. So Lead with Letitia, look out for that. And it's also on Instagram, and she'll be launching in October. So look out for that. And then
thank you, Crystal. Yeah, my hands are in Sydney's hair right now.
So if you want to add any more to it, you can.
Yeah, it's, personal branding. I'm just starting out, but it's really going to be focused on women who are, young women who are starting their career journeys, or women who are transitioning within their career. So really going to be focusing on, executive presence, career coaching, networking, strategies. Like, it's really just anything career focused for women. So yeah, Lead with Letitia, just LEADWITHLAITSHA on all social media platforms. So check me out, and I'll be launching my website on my birthday, October 17th.
Oh, nice.
Celebration time. And she does Monday motivation, which I go to every Monday. So look out for that. Anyone else? No problem. Thank you for being so awesome. Anyone else?
Yes, this is Kyrie. I just wanted to add a comment. Thanks for sharing your story, Terran. It's always amazing to hear. I sometimes forget like everything that you've been through. But I do want to add, as far as you taking on your time, that's important to me as well. Just learning how to say no and be okay with just saying no. Also, you added that you're going to continue to stay busy. I like to say to be productive versus busy, right? Because sitting still sometimes is worth more than doing that extra thing. So
Yeah,
just something to remember.
That's true.
Kyrie dropping jewels. I need for you to come on here one day, because you have a lot going on too. So.
She does.
And she's low key about it too. Like, she'll just do it and be like, yeah, I did it. Like, it was nothing. So I have my eyes on you, Kyrie.
I'm a Gemini. That's what we do.
That's right. Well, I want to thank our guest speaker, Terran Lamp, today for coming on and sharing her journey and just being so awesome and going through all of those things and just still having that positive vibe and mentality and spirit, like kidney pacemaker, having breast cancer and being a breast cancer survivor, as well as having a brain tumor, being an author, being in sales, but then also doing the personal training, as well as being a certified sports nutritionist, because you realize health is wealth and you're just doing so many things. And I love that whole time aspect. Protect your time and be intentional with your time. And that's something I need to be mindful of too. I'm just learning the power of no. So I want to thank you and thank everyone for coming. But before we close, I want to see if Terran, you want to say anything before we close out.
I just want to thank you for having me. Definitely, I'll just say if anybody, has a story they want to share, definitely let me know. I'd love to have them on my show as well for Tuesdays. And then if you have any questions for me, feel free to, find me through Crystal or find me on one of the social media sites. And I just really appreciate it. And, I feel blessed. So I want to send those blessings to everyone else.
Yes, peace and blessings to all. And I do want to say one thing, that this community is for us as women. So I want us to be able to come to the table with different topics. And if you are an expert in something and want to be featured on this platform, or if you know someone, definitely let me know. I'm open to it. I'm looking at more closer to the end of the year. I do have the speaker for next month and possibly the next month after that lined up. So it's open. It's an open platform. Just let me know. Okay. Thank you all. I love you all. Wishing you all peace and blessings. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. And this will be available on YouTube on my playlist called Mom Talk. So you can find me on YouTube. And my website is crystalgalladay.com. So you can find all my social media platforms on there. So thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.